See right behind me? Since 1887, Peter Luger. If you come to New York City, that's a staple. And supposedly, it's the best of the best.
Yes, that is what is said, because I flew all the way in from Miami to New York City to find out if the most well-known places to eat are actually good. And there are endless options. And on today's video, I'm going to explore many of them. And of course, Peter Luger stand above them all, as it is the most popular steakhouse here. But most people say that it is extremely overpriced, all of the waiters are rude and arrogant, steak quality has declined, and the only reason this restaurant is still going is because of its previous reputation. Well, we are going to be testing all of this today, and I want to find out if this is the biggest tourist trap in New York City. But before we get on to experiencing all of this, there's one food cart that stands above them all, and that would be the Halal Guys. Is this one a ripoff too? Is the food as good as it says? Based on the lines you can see everywhere, it doesn't seem like it. I wanted to give it a try and see what the hype was all about.
It's pretty famous. I gotta have one and try it, everybody. I can't. I gotta have it. Thank you so much. Let me show you the food. Check it out. This is exactly how it comes. I went with chicken and beef and obviously a generous amount of white sauce. You must have white sauce. We got beef and we got chicken, and underneath they have this yellow rice. Cheers. It's amazing. It's 20 out of 10, seriously. Oh, wow. So good. It's very simple food, but real food. That's what I consider this, you know? The rice is cooked nicely. The chicken is extremely flavorful. Let me try the beef. Got a tiny bit of chicken as well because I couldn't help myself, but let's see how it tastes. Cheers. So the beef tastes a lot similar to gyro. That's what it tastes like. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I prefer the chicken. The chicken is better, but both of them are delicious. Combine the chicken, the rice, and that sauce together. It is a wonderful bite, everybody. Seriously, it's absolutely delicious. That creamy sauce combines everything together, and it's just wonderful. I don't know if it gets any better than this, seriously. If you're gonna come all the way to New York City to try street food, don't be fooled by carts like that. You gotta get the original, everybody, because I promise you, it is not the same. There's a reason why people make the line on one versus the other.
For $13, you can get real food. It tastes great, and there's a reason why this food cart has been here since the 1990s. Funny enough, it started here and it is now global. It is one of those foods that I can confirm this is not a ripoff. It was delicious. But there's one other popular spot that I needed to try. It is said that they sell the best tacos in New York City. Based on the crowd, it seems like this one is legit, as I'm talking about Los Tacos #1. And when you walk in, you gotta make sure you know how to order this properly. You first get to choose the type of meat you want. You also get to choose your tortilla, which I highly recommend going for corn. And you gotta know these things before you even get in online. If not, they'll skip right over you.
Yeah, you better know your order exactly what you want, everybody, because it moves quickly like this. See the size of that trampo over there? It's bigger than me. Not that expensive. $17 for 3 tacos. Well, actually, kind of expensive, no? $17 for 3 tacos? Damn. Got my beautiful tacos right here. Of course, to do it right, you gotta have some limes right here. Limes are important, especially if you know how to do it right. Looks delicious. Let's go eat. So here we have taco al pastor. Notice that we have a nice, beautiful meat on the bottom right there, some guacamole on top, and obviously a few slices of pineapple. You are able to put whatever sauce you want, and here I added some pico de gallo and a nice spicy salsa. Let's see how this tastes. Tacos #1. Okay. Oh, wow. That's delicious. It is definitely worth the hype. A little bit crazy in there, too many people, but they serve you quite quickly. They give you a generous amount of meat, and the meat is extremely flavorful, super delicious. This is phenomenal. A delicious taco, and reminds me of Mexico, just the way they do it over there. Check out the fillings, everybody. I mean, take a look at this filling, the generosity of meat. That is what a taco should be. When you come here, the first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna ask you a very important question: flour tortilla or corn tortilla? Make sure sure you say corn tortilla. Even if you like flour, go with the corn. Believe me when I tell you. 10 out of 10. I've been to Mexico several times, and I'll be honest with you, is that as authentic as it gets.
For almost 20 bucks, these tacos seems expensive. Compared to street food carts, yes, this is expensive, but I would say is a fair price compared to New York City casual food. And most importantly, it was delicious.
So quick pro tip if you're in New York City, instead of doing this, do this.
Yep, believe it or not, it took me a while to figure that one out. There's one other popular food that you might know from New York City. That would be the hot dog. Over 100 million of them are sold every year.
Now that is a New York hot dog. Asked for the most classic possible way. Little bit of vegetables, mustard and mayo, mustard and ketchup, and a big hot dog. Come on now. If you come to New York City and you don't eat a hot dog, you're not doing it right.
I would say this hot dog is not similar to all others. Maybe it is the water or the energy of New Yorkers.
The smell of marijuana here is real, everybody.
Because even though it's a $10 dog, you must experience one. But after trying all of these street foods, some of them being a complete ripoff and others not, it was now time for the biggest one of them all, Peter Luger, the most iconic steakhouse in New York City. And get ready because when you get inside,
they do not take any credit cards. So when you come here, you must either bring cash or a debit card. I did not know about that. Thank God I brought cash. With that being said, taking a look at the menu right here, the steaks are actually only prime. Very good. Oh, it's interesting how the menu goes. It's steak for 2, steak for 3, steak for 4. A select of prime dry aged. I'm guessing it's a porterhouse steak. And the first thing that came right away are some bread. A bread basket that looks very nice. There are several different styles of bread. This is one of them. Here's another, which I think it has a little bit of onions right on top. Looks nice and fluffy. And they also have this one right here, which has a little bit of some seeds. I'm not quite sure what it is. Let's see how their bread tastes. Oh, it's kind of hard. Let's go ahead and add some butter in the middle. See how it tastes. It is an onion bread. Nothing special, but it is a good bread. I want to try the bread with the steak sauce.
When you receive your bread basket, they also bring along this, their signature house steak sauce. It is quite controversial, but is it worth it? And most importantly, is it good?
Cheers. Wow, super sweet, almost like ketchup. It has to be ketchup based with vinegar. That's what I taste the most. Don't enjoy that at all. Stick with the butter.
But right now, it was time to start ordering. And I wanted to find out if the waiters are as rude as everyone says.
Let me ask you a question. This one here, steak for 2.
Filet mignon and sirloin.
Okay, I want that one. Medium rare. I want the Caesar salad. The size? What do you recommend the most popular, what people like the most?
German potatoes and spinach.
Okay, let's do that. I take your recommendation, yes. Thank you so much.
Well, the saying is true. There was no smile interaction between us. And I'll be honest with you, it made me quite uncomfortable. But soon after the first thing arrived,
it came right away. I placed the order and it was ready. Let's see how this one tastes. Cheers. I'll be honest with you, nice, flavorful. Their sauce all the way through. Delicious salad. Wow.
Look, after eating all of the street food in New York City, a little bit of veggies to keep healthy is always a plus. But we're not here for a salad. It was all about the steak.
Ooh.
T-bone steak. Beside the sirloin is filet mignon.
Okay.
Filet is the healthy juice.
Healthy juice. Take a quick look at this and how it's cooked. Their steak is also broiled, not perfectly cooked at all. We have a char on one side, but on the other side, steak is great. And he immediately made the plate out for me, everybody. Take a look at it. So this is a piece of their filet mignon. He put the healthy butter right on top. They call this their German potatoes. Not the most appetizing, I'll be honest with you. I mean, take a look at it, everybody. I'm gonna take a piece of steak right here. Feels nice and tender. I think it's gonna be a good bite, but I'm excited to try it. Cheers. I'm not quite sure if I like it or if I don't like it. And the reason being is because I feel a nice crust on one side and no crust on the other side. However, the steak is extremely tender. It is nice and juicy. And there is a little bit of funkiness of dry age, which I enjoy. I have a feeling a lot of people will not understand the funk, but I enjoy the funk. I mean, it's an okay steak, but it's not something phenomenal. If instead of this being broiled was actually a charcoal steak, it would be a whole nother level. It's cooked to the perfect doneness. It might look raw on the camera, but from what I'm seeing here, this is not a bad steak. It's just the way that it was cooked. It's like the old ways. They haven't changed their ways in years. I want to try the potatoes. Potatoes do not look very appetizing, but I'm excited to try it. Cheers. Oh yeah, the potatoes are total literally the worst potatoes I ever had in my life. Oh no, it's greasy, it feels heavy, not well seasoned. I do not like the potato. I will no longer take any bites. I mean, Peter Luger has been here for years for a reason, everybody, because the steak is good quality. Here's the sirloin. Yeah, for me and my taste also, it's definitely missing salt. With that being said, it's okay, but it's just average. But if you come here for the history, then it's worth it, and you're not getting ripped off. And remember, it is cash only. Make sure you give a good tip.
If you are a steak lover, you should experience Peter Luger. It will not be the best steak of your life, and it will not impress you because your expectations are really high when you come here. Talking about that, I wanted to try another place that was not known for steaks, and that would be Larveau, a French restaurant that is known for one thing, and that would be their burger. To be specific, their French onion burger, cooked on a specific way. They cook their patties broiled to perfection, and I came to give it a try and see what the hype was all about. And if you love onions on your burger, get ready for an explosion of a bite.
Oof.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Damn. That's good, chef. That's very good.
Yeah, this is as good as they say it is. A nice, delicious, juicy burger. So that got me thinking. They also had steaks on their menu. Their most popular one is steak frites. And funny enough, they cook it exactly the same way as Peter Luger. It is a broiled steak. But the big difference between Peter Luger and here is that they do sear both sides, making that crust extremely pronounced. And most importantly, the quality of beef that they are using is in a whole nother level from Peter Luger. Even though these steaks are not dry aged, I was quite impressed with what came out of the kitchen. And to top it off, they put a French compound butter right on top with some herbs. I was excited for a bite and to see if it was as good as the burger.
Right? Only the
Wow.
have to.
Instead of going all the other restaurants I've been to, I should have just come here. So good. This little herb butter that they put right here on top of the steak and the tenderness of the steak is just on a whole nother level.
This was definitely a bite to remember. And even though I came here for their award-winning burger, what stood out the most was this steak for me. And I believe a traditional restaurant in New York City you should experience. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought about my experience in New York City. As I hope you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.